Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, began his journey to become a billionaire at a young age. Elon Reeves Musk, born in Pretoria, South Africa on June 28, 1971, was 12 years old when he made his first video game, which he later sold to a computer magazine. He established Zip2 in 1995, and in 1999 he sold the business to Compaq for an incredible $307 million. Source: Britannica. Musk founded X.com with his newly acquired money. This business subsequently evolved into PayPal. eBay, a massive online retailer, paid $1.5 billion to acquire PayPal in 2002. To produce more accessible and reusable space rockets, Musk established SpaceX, Space Exploration Technologies, in 2002. Musk has always been interested in the idea of humanity colonizing other planets. After contributing more than $6 million in Series A funding, he joined Tesla in 2004. With a $1 trillion valuation, the American EV manufacturer is currently the undisputed king of electric cars, even though it accounts for less than 1% of worldwide auto sales, BBC. With a hopping $255.1 billion in net worth as of this writing, more than enough to buy the rarest and most costly cars ever made, Forbes claims Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. A billionaire frequently amasses an exquisite collection of ultra-expensive and exotic vehicles. Musk enjoys driving contemporary electric cars, but he also owns two classic cars that would be great additions to any vintage auto collection: a 1920 Ford Model T and a 1967 Jaguar E-Type Roadster. While the Ford Model T will always be remembered as the vehicle that gave Americans access to automobiles, many people believe that the Jag E-Type is the most exquisite vehicle ever produced. But Musk's fondness for Ford's iconic vehicle didn't win him any favors in Detroit. It seems that Tesla originally intended to call its upcoming electric vehicle, which it was planning to introduce in 2013, the Model E. Regretfully, Ford refused to give up the Model E trademark because it already owned it. Rather, Tesla chose to call its electric vehicle a Model 3, and even if it didn't get the moniker Musk had hoped for, it hasn't performed poorly in terms of sales. Indeed, the Model 3's popularity surely contributed to Tesla's status as the industry standard heavyweight in electric cars. Unsurprisingly, Musk, the CEO of Tesla, has a Model S, Cybertruck, and first-generation Tesla Roadster in his expanding collection, according to Hot Cars. You might be shocked to learn, though, that Elon's first vehicle was a first-generation BMW E21320i, which was totaled by a Zip2 intern and made obsolete, per Notorious. In 2006, he purchased his next Bimmer, a four-door rocket ship with four wheels that was powered by a 5.0-liter V8 engine producing 603 horsepower. It was a Hammond BMW M5 E60 sedan. Elon's collection of German vehicles concludes with a 2012 Porsche 911 Turbo, which he describes as one of his favorites. Which vehicle in Elon Musk's collection is the priciest? As per Business Insider, Elon Musk celebrated eBay's takeover of PayPal by purchasing a McLaren F1. As Musk rose to prominence in Silicon Valley, he required a new vehicle to match his expanding financial account, and the McLaren F1 was the ideal choice. When it hit an incredible 231 miles per hour at the Nardo test track in 1993, it was the fastest road-legal automobile in the world, according to AutoZone. In addition, it takes 3.2 seconds to accelerate from a standstill to 60 miles per hour and 6.3 seconds to reach 100 miles per hour. In addition, just 106 McLaren F1s were produced between 1992 and 1998, making it one of the rarest cars on the planet. There were only 64 road-legal variations out of the 106. It's also one of the priciest classic sports vehicles available for purchase. A specific McLaren F1 sold for $20.5 million at a Pebble Beach Gooding and Company auction in 2021. Regretfully, according to The Drive, Musk's McLaren F1 crashed into a barrier, sending it hurtling through the air and spinning several times before coming to rest on the ground. When the collision occurred, the car was written off and without insurance. Later, Musk made money off of the car's sale. Thus, according to Automobile Informer, Elon now has a Lotus Esprit, which is the most costly vehicle in his collection. He won an auction for his Lotus for $920,000, but this is no typical Esprit. It's the submersible featured in the 1977 James Bond smash, The Spy Who Loved Me. Musk was first let down to discover that, unlike in the movie, the submarine does not change into a car. Nevertheless, he intends to give it a Tesla electric drivetrain update and enable real-time amphibious operation. Number 5. BMW E320i 1978. Elon Musk's first vehicle, purchased for a mere $1,400 in 1994 as a used vehicle, was a 1978 BMW 320i. Musk couldn't afford the repairs, so he fixed this car himself. This model was one of the initial versions of the BMW 3 Series, so it wasn't the prestige symbol that it is now. In 1975, it was shown at the Olympic Stadium in Munich. In just 10 seconds, this BMW can swiftly accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour. With the BMW 320i, the first model of the BMW 3 Series, was first released in Europe, it quickly gained popularity there before being brought to the US market in 1977. After owning the Tesla for a few years, the owner gave one of his Zip2 interns permission to drive it one day. During my errands, one of the wheels came off the vehicle, and the history of this car begins Number 4. Ford Model T 1920. Musk disclosed on Twitter that he's the proud owner of a 1920 Ford Model T that was given to him by a buddy. But unlike the Roadster he drives, he hardly ever gets caught out in public. The original cost to manufacture this model was $850. This car is regarded as the most well-liked one from the 20th century. He also competes in the elite division of the most fabled automobiles in history. Known by many as Flivver and Tin Lizzy, he is recognized for having invented the wheel in America. Due to its enormous popularity, Ford cars became more widely available and in the early 1920s accounted for over half of the registered car market. Nevertheless, after more than 15 million units were sold, Model T manufacture came to an end in 1927. Number 3. Jaguar E-Type from 1967. After reading a book on vintage convertibles, Musk decided to purchase a 1967 Jaguar E-Type when he was just 17 years old. He kept his word to himself and bought one if he had the money. He mostly used the $40,000 he received from Zip2 investors on the automobile. Musk claimed that the vehicle broke down on the way back from the dealership because it was so unreliable. The late great Enzo Ferrari called the Jaguar E-Type the most beautiful car ever made. It was one of the most well-liked four-wheelers of the 1960s, praised for its timeless design. The 1960s vehicle had a 3.8-liter XK6-cylinder engine that produced 265 horsepower and a maximum speed of more than 240 km/h. Number 2. The Q7 from 2010. After giving birth to twins in 2004 and triplets in 2006, Musk decided to purchase an ultra-luxury SUV, an Audi Q7. It was among the biggest and most sophisticated off-road cars money could buy when it was introduced in 2006. The well-finished cabin, somewhat agile handling, and plenty of luxury options of the Q7 make it a great vehicle for both daily family use and long road trips. Elon Musk, meanwhile, has since referred to the model as horrendous and voiced his displeasure with its small size. Therefore, Musk insisted on falcon wing doors for the Tesla Model X to facilitate simpler access to the back seats, particularly in confined parking places. Number 1. McLaren F1 of 1997. One of the priciest cars in Elon Musk's collection is the 1997 McLaren F1. He stated that Musk had two choices following the sale of his first business. Either he would purchase a home in Palo Alto or a McLaren F1. It is he who purchases a McLaren F1. Some have even dubbed it the greatest supercar in history, making it one of the best vehicles ever created. It can accelerate from 0 to 97 km/h in just 3.2 seconds, making it the fastest naturally aspirated road car ever constructed. Its top speed is estimated to be around 386 km/h. A 6.1-liter BMW V12 engine with over 620 horsepower powers the vehicle. The accelerator pedal is platinum and the engine is gold-plated. But in 2000, when Musk brought PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel along, the silver machine became history. In Menlo Park, California, USA, on Sand Hill Road, Musk's vehicle crashed. So this is the end of our today's video. If you like it, kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.